fables give morals, right? They tell us things that we're supposed to learn, and that's why I think it's so dangerous. The classic story, or the classic fable, is Rosa Parks is the first to resist on the bus. She sits down, she's arrested. It's a one-day thing for her. So she has the opening role, and it ends at 1965. So I think the fable starts actually during the boycott itself. Rumors kind of snake through Montgomery's white community, and they're all about how she's an NAACP plant, she's a communist plant. And so, in part in response, people then start to foreground that she's a good Christian seamstress.
The long frustration erupted when a colored seamstress riding in a bus refused to honor the traditions of segregated seating.
Rosa Parks had been active politically for about 2 decades before she makes her stand.
Well, we hope to achieve equal rights as any human being deserves.
She'd been kicked off the bus, both by this bus driver before and other bus drivers. She'd made stands before around other issues of segregation. She knows what can happen if you get arrested. The Parks family struggled economically for a decade after her arrest. They never find steady work again. The fable makes her meek, makes her quiet, and makes her contribution really limited to that one day. So there are 2 kind of famous pictures that most of us have seen, right? There's a very famous picture of Rosa Parks' mugshot, and then a picture that often accompanies it of her getting fingerprinted. How the boycott is sustained is by Montgomery's Black community organizing this incredibly elaborate carpool system. But then the city takes a stand in February to try to do away with the boycott altogether. It indicts 89 of the boycott leaders. One of those leaders is Rosa Parks. And so what we are seeing in those pictures is Rosa Parks' mugshot and being fingerprinted in February of 1956 when they are being arrested because of their activities around the boycott, not when she is arrested in December 1st, 1955. These pictures and the ways that we think we know what they show and what they actually show, to me, are also kind of a metaphor for the ways that we think we know Rosa Parks. You know, certainly the media played a big role in the Southern Civil Rights Movement and in bringing images of the Southern Civil Rights Movement to the American public. But it also constrained what we saw. Even as cameras turn on protests in Birmingham in 1963, we see much fewer cameras in Detroit, where Rosa Parks is living, in LA, in New York. I think the fable puts the movement in the distant past. It holds it up to kind of chastise or diminish Black Lives Matter, and misses, I think, the real continuities and the ways that people like Rosa Parks would be standing with the Moral Mondays movement, with the Dream Defenders, with the Black Lives Matter movement.